Welcome to the Explainer. So, you're about to embark on an epic 39-week journey through middle school ancient history. If you've ever found yourself wondering how events from thousands of years ago could possibly impact your real world today, you are absolutely in the right place. We're going to map out exactly what you'll be learning step by step, from the very first day of class all the way to the end of the year. Let's get into it. How did ancient societies solve problems of power, belief, and community? Now, that is the essential question we're going to be investigating all year long. We'll dive into this and see exactly how ancient people tackled the very same challenges we face right now. Because, when you think about it, every single civilization we study was really just a group of people trying to figure out how to live together, how to understand their world, and of course, who should be in charge.
Here's our roadmap for this explainer. First up, the ancient history journey. Second, Unit 1, the historian's toolkit. Third, Unit 2, first civilizations. Fourth, Unit 3, the ancient world. Fifth, Unit 4, empires and faiths. And finally, number 6, the ultimate student outcomes.
Section 1, the ancient history journey. Let's start by grabbing a bird's eye view of your pacing guide. Think of this as the structural foundation for your entire ancient history journey. Your year is neatly carved up into 4 distinct phases, spanning roughly 39 weeks. We've got 10 weeks dedicated to Unit 1, 9 weeks for Unit 2, and then 10 weeks each for Units 3 and 4. This really deliberate pacing gives us plenty of time to truly explore how geography and human choices shape survival, rather than just, rushing through a boring list of dates.
Section 2, Unit 1, the historian's toolkit.
Okay, before we jump straight into the past, you need the right gear. Our first 10 weeks focus entirely on building up your foundational social studies skills and toolkit, because honestly, you can't be a time traveler without it. You're going to start by developing real proficiency with geographic tools. You'll dive into the Geography Handbook, mastering maps and graphs. Why? Because you'll see firsthand why geography is absolutely critical in the real world. You'll also learn the essential concepts of measuring and organizing time, which is quite literally the framework of history itself. But hey, it's not all just about maps. You're also going to learn how to investigate sources like a historical detective. A massive chunk of Unit 1 is dedicated to evaluating primary and secondary documents to figure out if they're actually credible and reliable. You'll be using the NCSS C3 framework, which is a big deal. It supports inquiry, civics, economics, and history. You won't just take a document's word for it anymore. You are going to learn how to cross-examine the past. Section 3, Unit 2, First Civilizations. So for 9 weeks, we're going to meet some of the most influential early civilizations on Earth. And what's really wild is comparing the massive technological leaps that totally revolutionized human communication. On one side, we've got the Mesopotamians, who literally developed writing. And right next door, we see the ancient Egyptians creating papyrus. You'll focus on arrow standards for science, technology, and society here, looking at how these specific technological breakthroughs change the very structure of their daily lives. In this exact same unit, we'll also study the ancient Israelites. We're going to see how their scripture went on to heavily influence the religions of Europe. But we're also going to switch gears and put on an economist's hat. We'll explore fundamental economic principles, analyzing how these early societies were shaped by both their geographic limits and their own human ingenuity. It's all about production, distribution, and consumption right at the dawn of civilization. Section 4, Unit 3, the ancient world. Over the next 10 weeks, our itinerary goes completely global. We're crossing Greece, India, and China to explore incredible contributions that you literally use every single day. We see the ancient Greeks developing their own complex systems of writing. We've got the ancient Chinese who created paper, the very material almost all books and documents still rely on today. And then there are the people of early India who invented the mathematical concept of zero. Think about that for a second. Without zero, the computer or phone you're using to listen to this right now simply could not function. Through the lens of Greece, India, and China, you'll be uncovering arrow standards that focus on society, identity, and government. You'll get to deeply examine how ancient government structures and super rigid social systems dictated the daily lives of regular people. You'll see exactly how the rules created by those up in power cascaded down to affect the communities living under them. Section 5, Unit 4, Empires and Faiths. In our final 10 weeks together, we witness the rise of massive global powers and belief systems that serve as the direct foundations of our modern world. I mean, the Romans literally built the future by inventing concrete and mastering the arch. Meanwhile, the rise of Christianity was helping to shape the entire religious landscape of the West. Concurrently, we'll dive into Islamic civilization, where Muslims not only spread the religion of Islam, but also invented algebra. So yes, you can actually thank them for your math homework. To really process all these massive empires, you're going to rely on specific Common Core literacy standards for evidence-based reading and writing. You'll follow a clear, step-by-step progression. Step 1. Examining the complex interaction among these societies. Step 2. Analyzing vast systems of international trade and exchange. Step 3. Evaluating the messy web of war and diplomacy. And Step 4. Communicating your own solid, evidence-based conclusions about these cultural developments. Section 6. The ultimate student outcomes. Let's wrap up this explainer by looking forward. What is the ultimate destination of this 39-week course? Well, I can tell you this. You definitely won't just be memorizing a bunch of random dates and names. You're going to be building analytical superpowers. By the end of this year, you'll have mastered the ability to confidently compare ancient political systems, you'll be explaining complex religious and cultural ideas, tracing the diffusion of global trade, and most importantly, evaluating the true, lasting historical legacy of these civilizations. As you step into Unit 1 and finally begin packing your historian's toolkit, I want you to keep this final provocative question right in the back of your mind. How do these ancient legacies still shape your identity and your community today? Because at the end of the day, history isn't just some dusty record of the past. It's the absolute best guide we have to understanding ourselves and the world we live in right now. I really hope this explainer gets you pumped for the journey ahead. Keep asking questions and enjoy the adventure into the ancient world.